Hello and welcome back to a new vlog. Elephant in the room. My hair, this is what it looks like after its first wash after the texture release treatment that I had the other week. Feel much softer, and this is it air dried. Like it has shrunk down a little bit. It was a slightly bit longer earlier, but it's still so much looser than it has been in a long time. Late last week, I actually went house hunting with Rob's sister for her. So let's run the clips and see what we found. Oh, this is nice. I like the colour of the kitchen.
There's so much space.
Oh my god, yeah, because look at this. You could have your like table. This is perfect for pre-drinks. Fridge. Got a little wine rack thing here. I wonder if that comes like standard or you have to add all this in.
Oh, I don't mind these doors.
I feel like, wouldn't you want it like glass though to open it up, add more light and make it more sociable? I feel like it's a bit...
I quite like a closed door. I think with having an open plan for so long, I just want everything closed now.
Yeah. Is that a loo?
Yeah, it's pretty big as well.
But see, why do they do that? There's no need for that big of a loo.
Yeah.
This is nice. I love these windows where they've got the crisscross. I feel like it just makes it so homely. Wish ours had them. It makes it so much more like, you know when you draw a picture when you're younger and you like put the cross in. Oh, I like this tiling as well. This is massive.
Isn't it?
This is nice. And that mirror window is huge.
Yeah, it is.
This is what you want, like so much sunlight.
Oh my god, like even this is pretty big.
And it's set out nicely as well.
Yeah, like there's so much space.
Yeah. This is a good size second room.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is like a good...
Jeez, is this the third bedroom as well? These are good size rooms.
Because she was like, our rooms are big, like in
Yeah.
the house you'll get like one little tiny room, and I was like, but that's actually okay because it could be an office.
Yeah, like a small office.
Yeah.
But then you could have a massive office. You could have like your desk and then have like your filming corner, like with all your lights set up. That is a good sized garden as well.
Yeah.
And obviously it'll be different with every single plot, but...
The plots here don't have a sunny garden. They're north facing.
This one's not too bad.
Yeah, but this
All the
is
plots that are
really
free.
Yeah.
Right. Why is there one random light skin building over there? You could even use that as your actual wardrobe. Like,
Yeah, literally.
if you didn't want to put a wardrobe in your room and have it bigger.
Oh my god, yeah, that could just be a huge wardrobe.
That's a massive...
Something real across, yeah, and some shelves.
Because you could almost make that walk-in.
Yeah, literally.
And then maybe in one of the other rooms just have like some other wardrobes. But then that means in your room you didn't have to put any wardrobes in.
It's like one whole big room.
Yeah, because if you then cut that off with wardrobes,
Yeah.
it's going to feel so much
That
smaller.
could be like, I was going to say dressing table, but I'm going to have a dressing room, so.
Well, then that just means you could have like a massive room that just
Yeah.
feels huge.
I could even have like a little sofa or something.
Sofa, reading corner. I like it.
So that particular one that we looked at wasn't quite the one that she wanted and not the one that she's going to end up going with in the end, but it was really good to get a visual and just to kind of get in there and, you know, have a little nosy and stuff. But I thought it was really, really nice. The rooms were a great size. We've got a delivery. So HelloFresh basically do meals to your door. I've used them before, and the reason that I know that I love HelloFresh, there's this one particular meal and it absolutely slaps. The roast chicken breast. Oh, so good. I don't know what it is about the skin on chicken, and then it's like a garlicky mashed potato, the carrots and the mushrooms. It's just stunning. So I think I'm going to make this for me and Rob for dinner tonight. This looks stunning as well. This is the tandoori style Hasselback chicken. And the final one that I got, which was like a proper meal, was the Caribbean style jerk spiced cod. And then I also got these are actually for Rob because he's loving a bagel in the morning, and I don't eat cheese, but crushed avocado bagels with, I think it's feta cheese on top. Very much looking forward. What I like about them is that they kind of put all of your meal ingredients together in like a bag, so it's really easy to differentiate what you need for the dinner that night. You just like grab it out of the fridge. That's it, voila, we can recycle everything. on YouTube, I've just been watching this woman called the Fiddle Leaf Fig girl, and she basically has loads of videos on how to take care of your fiddle leaf fig. I had watched her videos after I ended up trimming it, after I've repotted it, and I've learned a few things. One, I've repotted it in a pot that's too small. I need to get a bigger one. Two, I have used the wrong type of soil and I haven't left any drainage for it, so I need to get a better type of soil. Three, the leaves, I shouldn't have trimmed off that much. I was meant to just follow the brown along the outsides and then kind of cut them in a wavy shape so it resembles a leaf. I've ended up with leaves that look just absolutely ridiculous and pathetic because there's no leaves that are meant to be that small. There's a lot of excess branch in the middle and it's not quite bushy as I want it to be. I'm actually going to cut it at a 45-degree angle just above this, which is called a node, which is a shame because we're going to lose the top of the plant, but all of this in the middle is just dead space and there's not going to be any leaves that regrow here. And when we cut it, it's actually going to give opportunity to open new branches, so hopefully it's going to get bushier from the outside and it's going to get thicker. Oh no, look, it looks so tiny again. Look at that leaf, it's such a good leaf, I'm so sad. Those two leaves are so good. I must be able to propagate this. I'm going to do some research now. I'm currently sat outside B&Q. I'm about to go in to get some like poly filler, a big tub of it, because I want to use that and I want to see if I can find a really nice sage green sample pot paint or something like that to upcycle my vase that I got from Asda. So I think I already showed you it, but if I didn't, I got this £18 terracotta style plant pot or vase from Asda a couple of weeks ago, and I've been wanting to make it over. Also want to get some root, like propagation root powder, whatever it's called, for my fiddle leaf fig. So apparently if you dip the end of the cutting into this powder, it kind of spurs on the propagation stages and it helps it to grow the roots really quickly. I think it's called root powder, that's what it's called here. So let's go and get those. I went to B&Q yesterday. You would have seen some clips. I haven't really ever used Faro and Ball paints before, and I do know that a lot of people really love Faro and Ball, so I will get around to trying them. But anyway, I thought let me go and try at least a little sample pot of this green, because you know me, I love a sage green moment, a greige moment. So here's my vase. I don't know whether to call this a vase or a pot. I'm not gonna lie, it's not the best quality in the world. It's quite lightweight. It's from Asda and it was £18, but it's gorgeous. I don't need it to actually house some plants outside and be solid enough to withstand high pressure winds. This is going to go somewhere in the house on display. You know me, I'm queen of painting everything either cream or black, and I was this close to going with cream because I think this would look gorgeous. However, we've seen it done before, and I put a poll up on my Instagram and you guys said to paint it either a dark navy, which I was very tempted to do as well, or a sage green colour, and sage green just screams my name. So here we are. Essentially, I'm going to make up a mixture of 3 different mixes of the paint and the filler to give different shades of the green. I'm going to plop the filler into 3 separate sections so that I can then make my colour mix concoctions. Take some of the paint, drop it in, like not really measuring it at all. I think I'm happy with those 3 colours. They seem to transition between each other really well. Honestly, this is going to be so random. There's no rhyme or reason to this. I'm just going to start splodging it on in different patterns and ways. 3 different colours in random places and see what happens. Around pretty much the whole pot now. There are some patchy bits, so I'm going to go back over with the darker green just for now, and then I'm going to make my way down to the creamier green.
morning we are heading over to Ikea. It's currently like 9 AM or something like that, and that's probably a bit later. It's probably like 10 now. I wanted to get in there early. During the daytime is the best time to shop because there's not really a lot of people around. And I'm also filming a video for you guys which should already be out, so you've probably already seen it. If not, it's coming really soon. So it's also a great time for me to go because there's less people staring at me like I'm a weirdo with a camera in my hand filming inanimate objects because I don't think everyone knows what vlogging is just yet, so we're still working with that. But yeah, I'm up, I feel good. I finished my, well, I haven't finished it, I haven't done the second layer of my vase. I really want to show you it, but I haven't. Let me show you it now and then we can see the progression. Like, I'll come back and think if I need to do more layers. I'm just a little bit obsessed, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's so much lighter than I initially wanted it to be. Like, that's the green that I was mixing in with the plaster. So if you were wanting shades like this, for some reason they just didn't take very well to the pot. So I was thinking, let me go in again with another couple of layers and I can really build up that colour. But this is such a pretty design. I almost just don't want to ruin it. There are some bits that I've missed like here, and I kind of need to do the inside of the rim just so that it's seamless. But what do you think of the design itself? I really wanted something different in the house. Nearly every single pot I have in the house is a cream tone, but you know, I tried and this is what God gave me, so maybe this is what's meant to be. So one of my videos recently was me going charity shopping, and I really wanted to gauge how you guys would like that sort of video, and I think from the comments you enjoyed it, and it's getting some good views, so I think I'm going to film some more of those. Let me know what you think about that, because I might make it a series where I just go to charity shops in and around Newcastle, and when I'm down south I'll go to different ones so we can venture out a little bit and see if we can grab stuff for cheap, and then we can grab stuff to upcycle, and then at the end of the video I'll upcycle them. Before I end up just sitting here and talking absolute nonsense, let's go to Ikea. So I have not stopped walking around since, it's 4:30, it's actually 20 to 5. I haven't stopped walking around since about 10 o'clock this morning. I went to Ikea, trekked through the whole of Ikea. I had some food there. I resisted the meatballs because I'm trying to be so good. I've got a holiday coming up, so I'm trying to be good midweek and have my treats at the weekend. I did the whole of Ikea, then went and met a friend. We've walked around the whole of the Metro Centre, which is just this huge shopping complex. My feet are literally going boom, boom, boom. Get something to eat, and then I'm heading out again for another walk tonight with my friend on the coast because I just want some fresh air and to get some steps in. Good morning. I am going to spend today packing, and I know that sounds really boring, but I have to do it because I'm going to London for a couple of days, and then we're going to go to my family's house for a couple of days after that, so I need to get organised. The other day I went to this place called Boundary Mill. I picked up this suitcase. So on my Instagram, you guys were so helpful. Honestly, I don't know where I'd be without you guys. You just get me through life. You're literally like my guiding, wandering stars of life. I went on my Instagram and I asked you guys like, where's the best place to get suitcases, because I've had the Primark ones. I've got one there. And it served me well for about 5 years, but I must admit it has died a sorry death, and the wheels don't work. The case itself is fine, so I can still use it to pack stuff up and just like use it as like a bag, but I can't really use it as a wheel around carry case anymore. So you guys suggested this brand called Trip, which is this brand, double P, and you were like, amazing. They give you a 5-year guarantee, something like that. 5-year guarantee. They're amazing, really good price, and this place had them on offer. They do a lot of offers on their website, but this particular one was just plain black, which I liked, and I got it for 45 instead of £90. It's hardback and it comes with an integrated lock system. And then I also ended up picking up this hold-all bag because I've got my LV, but the straps on it are a little bit thin, so if I'm ever carrying loads of stuff in it, it's just not good, especially for like a long time. So I thought I'd get this as like an overnight bag. If I'm ever needing to go anywhere, I can carry it by the handles. It's also got a long strap and it's got so much room inside, and it's got like good zips and stuff. So that was only 20 quid down from 40. So I thought, let's pack some stuff and I can show you how I pack stuff. It's probably not the most efficient way, but I can show you nevertheless.
was meant to do this about a week ago, but didn't. And I'm leaving it on its own for a good week. And I know full well that I've overpacked the soil. And I bought all of this plant soil, indoor house plant potting soil. Bought it a week ago. It needs to be used. So I'm gonna repot it. I'm so annoyed at myself. I always do stuff like this at 10 o'clock at night. But you know what? It is a good thing because I'm recording it, because most of the time I just do it and never record it. Anyway, let's crack into this. And the reason I'm really annoyed at myself is because had this had been earlier in the daytime, I could have done it in the daylight. But no, of course, I want to do this 10 o'clock at night in my bathtub. I've put a plastic bag down to catch any excess soil because I don't want it going down my drain. Next, okay, I'm going to take this out. This, by the way, no, it's not a butt plug, as everyone thought on Instagram. It's not a butt plug, it's a watering bust stake. So basically you put water in the top and it slowly drips out of the porous material at the bottom, but slowly over time, so it waters your plant slowly, is the idea. But apparently Fiddle Leaf Figs barely need water. They actually like being dehydrated most of the time. They just want sunlight and a little bit of water every now and then. So I've overpacked this soil. I can already tell it looks awful. So I'm going to try and get this out of here now and replace this plant. Okay, it's out. Now I need to crumble off just all of the excess, basically. Okay, I've basically shaken the absolute roots off of it. Bless it. I'm gonna put it in here. Okay, like this. Keep that soil contained over there for now. And then I'm gonna put more of this soil on top because it prefers this because it drains a little bit better. This is what we're looking like now. This is the soil. So as you can see, it's so much more loose. Okay, I'm literally gonna, here's my watering stake. I'm gonna just drizzle it around. And I cut the top off and I put some, what's that stuff? Like organic root growing hormone on it, so it knows to continue growing, hopefully somewhere down the line. I have had the most stressful day. I woke up this morning with the biggest migraine. I felt ill. I had to come to London today, so I'm in London right now, and I didn't think I was honestly gonna make it. Very dramatic, I know, but here we are. I went to the train station. My train was delayed, so I ended up being late to London, and it was gonna be a tight squeeze anyway for me being able to get ready for the event that I'm going to tonight. Got to the hotel, wasted another 20 minutes because they didn't have my hotel reservation, and the guy obviously can't let me in, and I was like, please just let me in. So I was ringing like the brand and stuff, and they spelled my surname wrong. So when I told the guy to spell it this way, he was like, there we go. And I was like, give me my key, let me in right now, I've got to get ready. I run upstairs, got ready. I feel like I've made it. I'm gonna be about 10 minutes late to the event, to be honest, but we've made it. I thought I'd quickly show you what I'm wearing. This top is from Zara. I love it. I'm gonna go back and get another couple of them in black because it's such a staple for the summer. I feel like very like, you know, simple Parisian or like Sicilian sort of vibes with linen trousers. These trousers as well, that actually like, no, not combat. What's that thing called at the minute that everyone's loving? Cargo pants. They're actually just very nice fitting wide leg trousers with cargo pockets at the side. Black belt. And then I've got my Because of Alice jacket that I'm going to be wearing across because apparently it's quite cold. I mean, it's not cold, but apparently it is. I love this jacket so much. It's got a tie on the back, but I normally tie that in a bow. It's I think it's pleather. And then I've got my Doc Martens, which I literally cannot live without, and I don't know what I'm going to substitute them for in the summer when it's actually unbearable to wear them because they are such a staple. I wear them for everything. And then I think I'm ready now. I'm going to head out. See ya.
Hello, good morning. I'm feeling pretty fresh-faced even though I got barely any sleep last night. So I went to the Gardena and Flymo event yesterday in the Sky Garden. It was honestly phenomenal. Excuse these wispy bits of my hair. They're baby hairs that have broken and then when I straighten them they just go zoink. But yeah, we went to the Sky Garden in London in like the city centre. It's basically Fenchurch Street area. It is phenomenal. In fact, let me show you. It's literally right here. So this is my hotel and this is the view I have. I was up there. I was literally like in here eating dinner and having a fab old time yesterday. The street that I'm on looks like this. How pretty. Oh, I just love the architecture of like London and old places. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. The food was so posh, but so amazing. You know posh food when they give you like the smallest little portions? To be honest, it actually did fill me up, which was really surprising. It was very tasty. They gave us this palate cleanser as well, which was the weirdest thing, but it genuinely cleansed our palate before dessert. It was like a pre-dessert. It was phenomenal. And the event itself was really informative. I learned so much about Gardena and Flymo and how they're trying to be more sustainable. They are working so hard to be more environmentally friendly and sustainable and recycle what they use. So a thing that I learned yesterday, which is really important and I think it's going to stick with me now, when a company creates plastic products, they have molds that they create the shapes of what they're using, what they're selling, right? So say they're going to make a lawnmower. They've got these molds they create the plastic from, and then you can imagine there's offcuts of plastic that will never be used. So most companies, well, some companies will claim that they recycle plastic because they take those offcuts of their own plastic products and they'll bring them back into the factory, they'll melt them down and then they'll reuse them, which is fantastic. It is a really good thing. At least that's not going to landfill or anything like that. That is called post-industrial recycling. Now, that's something that should just go without saying. It should just happen, right? But a lot of these companies trick us and say like, oh, we recycle like this much plastic. It's got 65% recycled plastic in. But that's because they're just putting like the excess mold back into the product. Now, what Gardena and Flymo are really trying to achieve is to use recycle plastic from post-consumer plastic. Old recycled bottles, old crisp packets, old anything plastic and cardboard and anything like that we put in the recycling that says it can be recycled, they will take that, stop it going from landfill or going to the recycle centre or whatever, and they will melt it all down if they can use it, and they will use that, and that's up to 65% that they put back into their products, which I felt so proud of them. Even though like that's what I assumed was happening anyway, but a lot of these companies aren't doing that. Like, note and try to be a bit more aware about where you're buying products from and stuff like that, if they are being more environmentally friendly or if they're aiming to be, because not all companies can turn it around like that. Gardena have been working on this for years. They've said they finally got it done. They're really happy with the products. The products don't compromise on quality at all because they go through extensive testing processes. And by the way, on the plastic bottles front, we were having a discussion because there's a lady there called Lynn Lambourne. She was amazing. She was talking to us about sustainability. She's going to be at the Chelsea Garden Show in May, which I can't make because I'm abroad, but she just has wealth of knowledge. She went to Cambridge University to learn about all of this stuff, etc, etc. Anyway, go and find her on Instagram, Lynn Lambourne. She basically was explaining to us, if you need water and you're out and you buy plastic bottled water, don't do it. First of all, try and have a refillable water bottle with you, or try and get like one that's made from like, you know, the tin cans or something like that, because single-use plastic is so bad. However, what she did say is if you have to do it, get your bottled water, drink it, and then that is it. Throw it in the bin. A lot of us think that we're doing good for the environment by reusing that plastic bottle, but actually we're doing harm to ourselves. So there are chemicals inside the plastic. I think it's called what's it called? Basically chemicals inside that are released under UV light from the sun and just exposure in general and just time, they seep into the water. So when we're reusing a water bottle for a week, a month, someone said they were trying to use one for a year, like it's not good for us. It's causing us more harm than good. Things that you put in the microwave, plastic containers and stuff like that, try not to use them because the intense heat that they go under the microwave, and then we're eating food off of that. So she's got this whole thing about, she's just so knowledgeable, and I learned so much last night. So I'm so excited now to get home and get the gardening done. I'm gonna really research into like how I can improve my garden, how I can improve the wildlife. She said have a little patch that you don't cut, let it grow wild, let it be wildflowers, and let wildlife live in there. It's so good for your garden. The bees come, the honeybees come, the wasps come, frogs, little animals, cats and stuff, they love it. And also try to buy peat-free soil, which again, you just don't know these things. So I was really thankful and grateful for Lynn for explaining all of that to us last night, and I'm trying to, as best as I can, articulate that to you. I'm so sorry if all of that just didn't come out right, but whenever the weather is taking a turn for the best, you're going to catch me outside. And do you know what I need to get? I need to get a little kneeling pad, so that I can proper get in there with all my plants and not worry about my knees getting dirty or hurting, because I'm nearly 30, guys. My knees are starting to creak. Anyway, I'm going to pack up, check out this hotel, head to my auntie's house and go meet my cousin for lunch.